Hi everybody and welcome to today's episode of Why We Say Things. Today we're going to be talking about wishing people luck. Ironically, the phrase good luck is actually considered bad luck these days, which is a little bit confusing because what are we supposed to say? There's a couple of phrases that have grown in popularity over the years, but an old favourite is break a leg. So this is something that you'd say to an actor or a musician before they go on stage. So the next time a good friend of yours is about to get on stage and give it their best, you can sit down with them, look them deep in the eyes and say, I really hope you break a leg. Right? Isn't that the etiquette? But why? There's a couple of theories. One of the most popular ones is that you're wishing the performer a show so good that the audience applaud for so long afterwards that the curtain has to close and open and close and open several times, and the performer has to keep on bowing, which raises the likelihood that they're going to break their leg. Because that's how you finish off a show on a high note. Another theory about where the saying comes from is that it's been linked to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, where an actor shot the president, ran away, but broke his leg trying to escape. Because that's a pretty lucky thing to happen. There is something about that theory that doesn't completely add up though. The expression was being used before that happened. So chances are it didn't really have much of an impact on why that term is used. However, if you don't like the idea of saying break a leg, there is another one. Our good friends in Australia, shout out to my home down under, have come up with an expression called chookers. Chookers allegedly came to being in the 1900s when eating chicken was a bit of a delicacy, and if there was a full house, meaning that the performers had sold enough tickets, the cast would go out to a nice chicken dinner afterwards. So what would happen is someone would usually shout, "Chook it is!" and everybody would get really happy because they were having chook for dinner. This whole conversation is really bringing out my Australian side. And over time, this got shortened to chookers. Okay, so that's great, Ingrid, but one question. Why can't we just say good luck? Why do we have to hide between all of these funny expressions like break a leg or chookers? Well, the short answer is superstition. I guess it makes sense because who's more dramatic than actors? There are actually a lot of superstitions that people associate with being in the theatre. You're not supposed to whistle, for example, and you can't say Macbeth. If you do accidentally say Macbeth though, don't worry, there's a cure. You can go outside, spin around 3 times, spit, and whisper your favourite Shakespearean insult. No longer from head to foot, then from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I could find out countries in her. In case you're wondering, that's the Shakespearean version of a your mama joke. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to break a leg or an arm because you're pressing that subscribe button so enthusiastically. What?